So then, with the newest season of Cardfight Vanguard giving us some differences to our beloved characters, making them into a parallactic version of themselves, this can open up some possibilities. So in this video, I want to give you 5 characters that I wish to see a parallactic form of. Hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today we're here for a bit of fun, exploring what changes could possibly affect our specific characters, ones that I want to see appear within this new arc. And while I'm doing that, let me know who you want to see in the comments down below. And with no particular order, let's get started. So first and foremost, this is a bit of comedy, but I do want to see Masanori, a character that has grown throughout his antics from Overdress to now in Divinez. We can see this character as a character that you either love or you hate him. However, if we see a parallactic version of this character, I think it could be a little bit of comedy. Imagine seeing this guy with a full set of hair, being overly sensitive, and always styling himself instead of, he's just very full of himself and always combing his hair. Classic, new guy gets a full set of hair and wants to be fun. Instead of using a Dark State deck, we could see him using a Solgia, adapting to a more paralysis style of gameplay, but ultimately he loses and thus his hair fades away, restoring him back to the lovable monk that we know. Now, one thing that I praised the anime for in the first episode, in my review, was the fact that Makoto was part of the Mythics users. This could lead to a rematch between Yuna and Makoto. In this new world, Yuna might not be obsessed with Makoto, and instead of being a lovable fan, she might be an internet troll spreading hate for Makoto. So in an attempt to regain her friend, the two battle. This would give us more fun moments between Makoto and Yuna, but also some more character development for Makoto, as well as reinforcing that development she had in the last season. As for what deck Yuna could use, I think she could switch to a Brandgate deck, which will kind of give her more of a cybernetic feeling, linking to that whole internet troll type of theme that we might be able to give her. Now, this next character I want to see for an emotional reason, and that is Mirai. Now, this character is my favourite character, so of course I want to see her return. But what if we have a situation where, because of the results of this parallactic world, defeating her means taking away her eyesight? Yes, she's able to see in this alternative world, giving us another example of our heroes having to cause their friends to relive their trauma just to get everyone back to the way they once were. Giving Mirai a Dark State deck would allow her the ability to see her opponent's hand or the top card of their deck, really reinforcing that brand new pair of eyes elements to parallactic Mirai. I don't know, am I being too harsh here? Would that be too mean and strict? I feel kind of icky just suggesting it, but at the same time, would be cool. Now then, I'm not really sure how this next character would work, but seeing a parallactic Taizuo would be pretty cool. Now, he doesn't seemingly have to worry about Erika in this timeline, so we could see a character that is less hardworking, and one that failed at college, and instead of being a smart businessman that is cool-headed and analytical, he's very rambunctious and hot-headed, but he still had that love and thrill for the battle, making Dragon Empire his ideal new nation. Again, in terms of matchups and whatnot, I can't really see how that would work and what we could do with it, but I think it could be fun. Now I'm throwing this character into the mix because she's one of my other personal favourites, Sophie Bell. Now, I don't want her to change, but I do want more screen time with her. I don't want her to lose, but I think seeing her acting kind and overly caring towards Rikia would be really funny, and I think he would get incredibly uncomfortable with this, maybe even sad or sorry for her, seeing what she's become. Now we know our 6th mythic holders are mainly going to be card fighting, but they can't always card fight. So let some other characters with established connections battle a little. Okay, well that's annoying. So while editing this video, I've just realized and found out that Masanori already had a Parallactic version revealed. He's using a Brandgate deck. So here's a bonus character. Parallactic Sybil. Now hear me out. We don't know what happened to this character within this version of the world. If we don't have Erica, we could still have a Sybil. Yes, I know the story of Sybil is that he was inside of Hikari, making her sick before awakening. But in his new Parallactic state, instead of destruction, maybe he could be the one to bring light. Heck, he could even be the reason as to how we get Erica to appear in this timeline. Okay, I know this is retelling the yin to Garbelius' yang type of story that we had before, but this time the roles are reversed, and it could also give Garbelius a strong opponent to take down before facing our heroes. And also, we see this human version of Garbelius, and he looks a bit spicy. So, let's see a human version of Sybil. Why not? Well, what do you think? Which character do you think should return, and do you want to see return? Let me know in... So, what do you think? Which characters do you want to see return, and why? Let me know in the comments down below, and I hope you've checked out my episode 1 review. If you haven't, it'll be linked in this video, and I'll catch you next time. Like, comment, and subscribe, and alligator martinet. Goodbye.